off. I haven't talked to Haley on the phone even in 3 months, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What in the
Yeah.
world?
Exactly, dude. Exactly. So, yeah, I had gotten her a computer and we were Skyping, but then, Mom lost the charger cord and broke the camera, got broke somehow, and
Oh.
then And then she found out, see, I was keeping it a secret that I was out of the country. I don't know if you guys at church knew about this, but I was basically standing on the back of this lady with a lawyer the entire time. That's how I was able to have the relationship that I was. And so, what had happened is I had lost the housing market crash had...
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. And then your business.
Yeah, just totally, like everybody that was in the, I was a small fish, man. I was just a little 28-year-old guy busting my butt. So, I wasn't like supported by any kind of means of wealth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, I just tanked. I lost it all, and so. With that, I didn't have the money to pay the lawyer anymore. And then, once her mom found out I was out of the country and I wasn't able to pay the child support that I had been paying, she got pissed and cut me off from Haley completely. And she has done this like 5 times in our life, so.
Really?
Yeah, before you guys met us, yeah.
Dude, so I guess, what are the possible solutions now?
Good question. That's a good question.
Are you going to try to come back to the States and get your business going again, or would it not be profitable?
Well, I did. Number one, that business, yeah, it wouldn't be profitable anymore. Number two, I don't know. I don't have any money, man. Like, I'm flat broke. You know what I mean? It took everything. Yeah, I had it took. After the housing market crash had happened, I didn't believe that it was gonna hit me because I was working 120-hour work weeks, man. I had every penny I had invested into that last round of flips. I was brushing up my appraisal. As a matter of fact, if I had not been going through the huge custody battle I was going through, this probably would not have happened to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, didn't you you took me down there?
Yeah, dude. Was it's Prince William or something, Virginia, right?
Yeah, didn't you take me to a court date or something?
Uh-huh.
So much has happened, man. I didn't even get to see you off on your mission or anything.
Yeah,
gosh,
bro.
It's been a long time.
Definitely, man.
So I got to hear all about your mission, man.
Dude, it was the best, man. I loved it. I loved helping people all the time. It was a time where God just taught me like so much,
Really?
Yeah, and he just used those 2 years to mold me, and I'm just totally different now from when I left and what I am now. And
shoot, bro, I don't know if I ever told you, but you pretty much had me ripping and roaring back in the church pews myself.
Really?
Yeah. The first week I made it back to church in Virginia and Philly, it was you that was like my buddy. I don't know if you remember that. I remember that.
Oh yeah,
but
dude.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember that. You were telling me you were from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you got a lifelong friend in me, man, so we don't have to be all sappy.
Definitely, brother. Man.
Yeah,
so,
man.
I thought that in Panama you had like a business or something that was going pretty well. The internet.
Well, I was media. I was doing media contracting, and then what had happened is I don't know if I was able to fill you in the whole story, man. My life's so crazy. It's like if I tell someone one chapter of it, I'm afraid they won't even believe it, man.
Yeah.
But anyways, my uncle was murdered here, bro, is what happened. And,
Oh, shit.
And, yeah, so, I didn't plan on running down here and staying. I just ran on running down here and having the funeral and meeting with his friends that he had here and finding out what his life was like and, you know, just mourn the death and everything, right? So, but what had happened is while I was down here, he was like a really close uncle to me. As the process unfolded, he left everything he had directly to me. The legal process here is slow, bro. It's just, they're unable to. So when I found that out, I was like, oh my God. And just all these spiritual things. You see, I'm talking to a church member so I could say this kind of stuff, you know. All the spiritual stuff started happening. It was wild, man. Like, I've heard people say it. You hear it on the TV. You hear Mormons say it. But, dude, I have actually been communicated with from someone who passed on to the other side.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. So it's actually finally happened to me. So my uncle is like, so anyway, I'm just having this extremely special experience, right? And at this point, I'm talking to Haley, and I got her the computer, so we're Skyping, and, you know, so, you know, my daughter's 9, man. I was really hoping her mom wouldn't do this while she was this age, you know what I mean? Because it's not good. It's just totally abusive and harmful to the kid, you know, but this Looney Tune chick who just drinks every day, that's all she does is get drunk. She's never going to be able to get close enough to any sort of spiritual tether pole to the point where she's going to be able, you know, she's just this reckless, abusive, dirty person, you know, she's not a clean being or nothing, you know. So anyway, So yeah, dude, the Haley thing is like traumatizing me, bro. But anyway, yeah, so my uncle left me all this stuff, and when the investigation turned me over his house, which is this freaking mansion, dude, I never had the idea that this guy had put all this stuff here. I didn't even know. But so he left it all to me, and the investigation had turned it over, but it was after like 8 months, and it was in the jungle. So the jungle had grown all over it. The investigation had knocked holes in a bunch of walls and like looking for money and did all this different stuff. You know, it's really crazy the way my uncle was murdered. He was murdered for money. This other American down here wanted his money and killed him and just like took his house and all. It's just wild shit, dude. But anyway, excuse my language. But anyways, So I was just like, oh my God, you know, this is my uncle's palace, and this is him. Like, it's just, you walk in here and you're just like, oh wow, he definitely built this place. This is just him, and every little inch of this house is just him. So I rebuilt the house, and then I ran completely out of money. So I went to Panama, started this business. I was making money, but then the trial was coming up for the murderer. But it's been delayed, so I'm in the small town where the trial is supposed to be held for the murder, and it's been delayed, so I'm just sort of waiting, and this is the time where the cutoff from Haley's happened. So what I've done is I had a friend visited me from Philadelphia, actually. This guy I was working with a science project with on the side of everything, right? I was working the science project with this guy. And he came to visit me, and he brought me my computer and all the stuff from Bishop Hanson's house. And so I am now making a movie for Haley. You know, when her mom cut me off, she sent me this email, and the email said, "You've never contributed to my daughter's life. You've never been there for her. You're a physically abusive," you know, because that's what these women do. They're gonna try to say as many lies as they can, so that courts and everything will just say, "Oh, daddy away, just pay your child support and suffer over here missing your child," you know, because dude, when something's happening with your child, it's hard to move, man. You get depressed to the point where it's like right now I'm sleeping 12 hours a day, and I know that comes with the territory. I know it. You know, my mind. You know me. I'm a smart cat, so I understand the symptoms involved with depression, and I'm battling things the best that I can. And what I'm doing to manage the whole situation is I'm creating a movie, and the movie is going to be basically, Haley, this is who your dad really is. From 200 people, you know, I was in the military, I've been in the church for 10 years now. So
Mhm.
in all these different cities, I have really close church friends. You know, if I have a bishop's interview just because of my past story, this bishop wants to keep in touch with me for the rest of my life. So I got 5 bishops talking on this movie. I've got returned missionaries such as yourself. I've got, you know, really great people with a lot of really great things to say. So basically, all together, we're going to save this kid from having any sort of confusion or any sort of, you know, problems with her dad later in life whenever she can get to see me.
Yeah. So like, how are you gonna get the movie to her? Is she gonna be able to watch it?
Well, what I've done is I have Haley. Her name is Haley Gaudette, and I have HaleyGaudette.com and a whole bunch of other things. So, do you know anything about search engine optimization?
Uh-uh.
Well, what that means is like, say you type in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Well, the first thing that's going to come up is our church website because it's the most visited, highly trafficked, and it has the most content applicable to that term. Plus, plus the name of it is, you know, the LDS.org. So, basically, I've got a series of websites that are optimized for her name. So if she ever Googles her name, my name, her mother's name, or any of this stuff, because she's going to have questions like, where's my dad? I know his name. Let me Google it. Bang. Now there's this movie in front of my face. There's this website that says it's a dedication to bringing me back together with my kid and my kid back together with me. And it'll just solve. So basically, this is a spiritual process that she's going to get to go on her own. Hopefully, the other thing that could happen is the entire family out there where she's at sees the film, realizes that what they're doing is an atrocity, is just like just straight up disgusting, and that people, and that there's this huge, you know, part of, hey, you know, because, dude, Haley's going to remember you. She's going to remember everybody in this movie, you know. She's a smart kid, dude. She's a smart kid. And she's old. She's not a young, you know, it's not like she's not going to know, you know.
Yeah,
so she's got.
I'm pretty sure when I met her, she was like 6 or 7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, it's not like she was some like 3-year-old that wouldn't be able to remember, or 2-year-old, you know. She was.
No, dude, I took her to Disney World before I left.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember, like, I forget where we were. I think we were over your house when you lived with Richie, you know. And
Yeah.
she was just saying, like, I love my dad, because it was something about, like, you were riding a motorcycle around, and you like, and then you like fell off and you like hurt yourself or something.
Okay.
And she was like, I love my dad.
Really?
Yeah.
That's tough, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, because it was for, was it July 4th or something, wasn't it, when we all went to watch fireworks?
Yeah.
Dude, and that's when you had your blue bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I remember that.